Hi Andrew, what you got there?
It's a medicine stone.
What's a medicine stone?
A medicine stone. Yeah. Medicine stone is it's a shamanic stone, or it's a stone that's used in a whole variety of cultures for healing. It is essentially where one connects to the stone, and the stone gives you its story, and it helps you and shows you how it wants to be painted and shown, so that for the person who is having the healing, or the person who the stone is meant to be for, it has a connection to them. It's something when they look at it, they think that's the one for me. There's an instant connection, which and if they pick it up and touch it, they can feel, yeah, I've got some vibration or a sense or a feeling off the stone. And that's a medicine stone, and I've got a selection of medicine stones here.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these here. Some of them look quite tribal or aboriginal even in their design. Is that on purpose or does that just happen?
On purpose is a tricky one. I haven't set out to paint any of the designs that are on these stones. It was a question of, I'm drawn to the stone and I'm guided as to what to paint. So I haven't decided to paint that form, those image on it. That's what came to me when I was connected to the stone.
Can I see it?
You see that one is concentric circles and concentric dots around a sort of slightly triangular shaped stone.
So what else would these be used for?
You can use them for divination and connection. You could also, if you had a collection of them, you could use them as a medicine wheel sitting around you, and you could be sat in the medicine wheel. Medicine wheels are ancient Native American form of healing, and within that circle there are different quadrants that have different meanings, and depending on how far away or how close you are to the centre, has different meanings on what the healing is and what the intent is. And so if you were sitting in your house or in your garden and you laid the stones around you in a circle, you can connect to the stones, and you connect to spirit in your own way.
So you can cast a circle with these stones?
You can cast a circle with the stones.
And each stone has its own individual characteristic in that it's got a name, right, or a way, or...
It does. I mean, these to me, this sort of style, I call them pathway stones, where in connecting to it, it can guide you on what your path is, where you should be going, how you should take your life forward if there's any. So they're a sort of a pathway type stone, and we've used these as a circle in ritual, but also we actually use these for a wedding. We used these for a wedding, and it was fantastic. So that's that sort of stuff. They start off as a bare stone like this. Here's one I prepared earlier, as it were, or one I didn't. This is what they start off with. This is a sandstone stone. It's from the River Tweed in the Borders, and it's just a lovely smooth stone. And you connect to the stone. I tend to I like to hold it. I'll close my eyes and breathe into the stone, and it will tell me what it wants to paint. And this is what has come out. None of these stones here I had any intention to paint what is on there. It's what came out of the stone.
Okay. What else have you got there? See, you've got some...
Well, this one's interesting.
Yeah.
This is kind of a bit of a talisman for us, in that it looks like a fishy or a sea creature type of stone.
Yeah, like a Charlie Chaplin fish.
Yeah, exactly. And this is actually got a name. It's called River Spirit, and it tends to be a guardian over us when we're presenting or doing anything like that. But that's very interesting because it didn't. I had no intention of painting that, but that's what came out, which is quite fascinating. A lot of people pick this one up. This one's a very tactile stone. It's very smooth. This is from a different type of rock, as these round, the flatter ones. This is from let's say northwest of Inverness in the ancient Precambrian rocks. So that's quite an interesting one. These others here, these are two examples of ones that are work in progress, if you like. These are ones that Leslie has connected to and has painted what you might want to call as a background colour or form, in which she may be painting something for someone. It may be a power animal stone or an image or something of that nature, which we can do. You know, if someone said, I would like a fox or a horse or something, or my power animal is a dragon, if Leslie felt right with that stone, then she would paint what was been asked for on the stone.
So is that what happened with those ones over there?
These four, not quite. These are ones that I had laid out when I was doing my stones.
Can I see?
Yes, you may. And it was a sort of put me aside. I want to be used for something else. And I got the. They wanted to be elemental stones.
Okay, so this would be fire, yeah?
That's fire. So I had that feeling and that vibe, and so I painted a background colour on each of them. The red with the fiery yellows and the oranges for the fire. This was a green, a montage of greens. We have one here, which was the green one for earth.
I like that one.
This is water, sort of turquoisey, deep blue, almost Caribbean type, clear blue. And this one was very interesting. This was a water. This is water. Sorry, this is air. Leslie's got water there. This is air, and this is like someone blowing the wind of change across.
Yeah, there's a nice dolphin on here.
Yes. And so those came to me as wanting to be elemental stones. And again, with these, you could, if you were doing a divination or you were doing some work with a particular element, maybe your star sign or something of that nature, you could use those. You could hold them or connect to them, and do work with them.
But also casting circle, it's the 4 quarters.
This is the 4 quarters. Yes, you could have that as the 4 quarters with these as your intermediary stones. This section up here is 7 stones of the chakras. We have the red, and they each have the chakra symbol on them. Being from red being the base chakra, going up through the other chakras, orange and yellow. Orange and yellow.
And what would you use these for?
These could be used for a variety of things. They could be used as an individual thing. If you were doing a chakra balancing, for example, and you found that in your meditation for your balancing you were guided that one particular chakra was out of balance, you could take the stone that represented that chakra and sit with it, or lie down with it on the chakra position on your body, and use that to meditate to and do your healing.
I've seen sometimes when you've got them out on the tables at markets, etc. like that, that people come up and they're very attuned to perhaps one particular one that they pick up. Yeah. Is that an indication perhaps then that that is the chakra that they're needing to have opened up?
It could be that that there's something that they've got either a blockage or an out of balance or an out of harmony with your body on that particular chakra. We've had a number of people, oh, look at that, they've picked up the red one. And that's the basic chakra, that's the root, that's about grounding. And we've explained that, gone, do you know, that's just right, I'm just feeling out of touch and not felt with it. And so these could also be used in a teaching way. For example, if you were a Reiki practitioner or a chakra balancing practitioner, even yoga, you could have these in your therapy room, your yoga room, and you could attune, particularly if you had singing bowls as well. You could attune and do very specific exercises and meditations with the chakra stone. And if you were doing a balancing for someone that was a chakra balancing and something was out, they could be sat holding that particular chakra.
And these are all individually painted?
They're all individually painted. I did the backgrounds on these, and Leslie painted both the elemental stone images and the chakra stone images. Again, Leslie connected to the stone. That one, the elemental stone for fire, much of that was almost leaping out at Leslie. That phoenix was leaping out at Leslie from what I'd been given when I painted the background, when the background colour came to me. And our friend Water the dolphin, it's one of these things that sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. And she picked it up and said, "Can't you see the dolphin in that?" And I went, "Where?" And she just pointed to it. Once she saw it, it was obvious where it was, but I couldn't see it to start off with. So that's one of the things we do with the stones. And you do what feels right for you.
And if someone asked you to do something for them that you don't have already available, is that a possibility?
Absolutely. We have a collection of stones that we can use. I mean, here's two examples that we have. We've got many more in our store.
So what does somebody do? Do they just phone you up or email?
They can phone or email or look on the website.
And then what happens?
Website.
Do you have a list of things that you do, or do you wait and ask for what they want to happen?
People tend to say, I've been drawn to a fox. For some reason I've got fox. Every time I open a magazine or a book or look on the television, a fox is my power animal. Can you paint me a fox? Or I'm a horse person. If they let us know what they want, we sit and talk to them as to what they want, and Leslie will go into a trance. She'll connect, she'll do a journey for that person, using her power animals as guides with that person's permission, to connect into their and do a journey for them to see what form or shape or setting that power animal.
So they actually get to understand why they're getting the animal coming through to them,
That's right.
why they want to see it all the time. Okay, Andrew, thank you very much.
You're welcome, thank you.